Hello YouTubers, this is 777 Die Hard Forever coming at you with another highly anticipated and highly recommended model as I continue to play catch up. Today I'll be doing a review on the JC Wings Qatar Airways Airbus A350-1000XWB extra wide body aircraft in a 1/200 scale model in the flaps up version. I purchased this model from Easy Toys, whose store is based out of San Diego, California, here in the United States of America, and their website address is www.easytoys.com. But first, before I go into details about this particular model, allow me to share you some information about the history of Qatar Airways and how they came about, if you would please. Qatar Airways is a Qatari-based airline that was founded and established on November 22, 1993, and officially commenced operations 2 months later on January 20, 1994, as Qatar Airways is fully owned and operated by the Qatari government and has been fully controlled by the Qatari government since July 2013, after the country's sovereign fund bought a 50% stake from Qatar's former Prime Minister Sheikh Hamad bin Jasmine Al Thani and other shareholders. Qatar Airways is the official state-owned national flag carrier airline for the country of Qatar, whereas the headquarters of Qatar Airways is located at the Qatar Airways Tower that's located in Doha, Qatar, while the airline's main hub and base of operations is located on the grounds of Hamad International Airport, which is located approximately 12 miles southeast of the downtown city center district section of Doha, Qatar. The airline operates a hub and spoke network linking to over 172 international destinations worldwide on 6 inhabited continents that spans across Africa, Central Asia, Europe, the Far East, Southeast Asia, the Middle East, North America, South America, and Oceania from its base at Hamad International Airport, as Qatar Airways is currently one of 9 airlines to own this actual distinction of permanently flying to all 6 inhabited continents, along with Air Canada, Air China, British Airways, Delta, Emirates, Korean Air, Qantas, and South African Airways respectively, with the operating fleet of 224 aircraft that includes 38 Airbus A350s, in which 32 of those are the Airbus A350-900XWBs, and the remaining 6 are the Airbus A350-1000XWBs, including this aircraft here. And in addition to the 224 aircraft that currently operates in the Qatar Airways fleet, the airline also has unfulfilled orders for an additional 196 more aircraft, which includes 3 Airbus A350-900XWBs and 36 more Airbus A350-1000XWBs, and those aircraft, as we speak, are currently on back order and are awaiting delivery. As of January 2019, or at the time this video review posted, Qatar Airways is one of 10 airline carriers along with ANA All Nippon Airways based out of Tokyo, Japan, Asiana Airlines based out of Seoul, South Korea, Eva Air based out of Taipei, Taiwan, Garuda Indonesia based out of Jakarta, Indonesia, Hainan Airlines based out of Haikou, Hainan, China, Japan Airlines also based out of Tokyo, Japan, Lufthansa based out of Cologne, Germany, and Singapore Airlines based out of Singapore to hold this prestigious honor of operating as a certified 5-star airline carrier according to the international airline review firm Skytrax magazine, and the Airbus destination code for Qatar Airways on this particular aircraft is 41. Alright everyone, let's take a look at the front of the box, and what you see in front of you is the Qatar Airways title, the Arabic inscripted writing, the airline's corporate logo, the computer generated picture of the aircraft type, as well as the 1/200 scale die-cast aircraft model information that sits at the bottom of the box. Now you're looking at the back of the box, which I find interesting, and what you see is the 1000, which is the aircraft variant, the aircraft type, the specification concerning this aircraft, the warning information. Then you slide underneath here the bottom of the box, see the Qatar Airways title and the Arabic inscripted writing, the airline's corporate logo, the JC Wings logo there as well as the length and the width of the aircraft. You can pause and read that if you want to. In the meantime, I'm going to keep this moving, alright? Now you're looking at the top of the box, and what you see is the aircraft type, the Qatar Airways title, as well as the Arabic inscripted writing, the airline's corporate logo, as well as the 1/200 scale die-cast aircraft model information that sits on top of the box. Alright, now you see the bottom of the box, the same information at the top of the box I showed you earlier on, but except over here to the right, there's two versions. There's the flaps up version, and then there's the flaps down version. That's the one I'm going to do the review on, the flaps up version. Now you're looking at the model stand that actually came with the model, and at the base of the model stand you see there is the Qatar title, the Arabic inscripted writing, the airline's corporate logo, the aircraft type, as well as the 1/200 scale model information that sits at the bottom base of this model stand. And then you come over here, and what you see there on that model stand is the black padding, and the purpose for this black padding, folks, is protect and prevent your model from being damaged or scratched when you put your model on this particular model stand. Now you're looking at this plastic bag, and what you see inside this plastic bag are the gear replacement doors for this particular model. Please stay tuned as I go into details for the purpose of these gear replacement doors for this particular model. Alright, with all that information out of the way about the history of Qatar Airways and how they came about, all the information here at the front of the box, as well as the specification information concerning this particular aircraft at the back of the box, the metal model stand actually came with the model, plus the plastic bag which you see there, which has the gear replacement doors in them. With no further ado, everyone, here is the model. Check it out. There it is, the JC Wings Qatar Airways Airbus A350-1000XWB extra wide body aircraft in a 1/200 scale model in the flaps up version. Alright, allow me to give you some heads up information how this particular aircraft became part of Qatar Airways fleet and how they play a big part of in this getting this aircraft in their fleet. It's just going to be a game changer as we speak. Qatar Airways became the actual global launch customer, as well as the largest customer recipient of this prestigious brand new state-of-the-art aircraft, as Qatar Airways took delivery of its first of 42 Airbus A350-1000XWBs extra wide body aircraft that Qatar Airways had already placed orders for back on June 18, 2007, along with the Airbus A350-900XWBs, and was originally scheduled to receive their very first Airbus A350-1000XWB extra wide body aircraft back in December 2017. But unfortunately, due to some slight cabin fit issues concerning this aircraft that Qatar Airways was not satisfied with, the actual delivery date on this aircraft was temporarily delayed almost 2 months as a result, as Qatar Airways didn't receive their very first Airbus A350-1000XWB extra wide-body aircraft actually until February 16, 2018, and that's when Qatar Airways' very first Airbus A350-1000XWB extra wide-body aircraft, which bears the registration ship number A7-ANA, which happened to be this aircraft here, was officially delivered at a special delivery ceremony that was held at the Airbus Delivery Center facility that's located in Toulouse, France, 4 days later on February 20th, 2018. Then fast forward 4 days later. That's when Qatar Airways' first inaugural international flight on this aircraft actually took place, which was on February 24th, 2018. And that's when Qatar Airways officially begun utilizing this aircraft on their Doha to London Heathrow route, as the entire Qatar Airways fleet of Airbus A350-1000XWBs will operate exclusively from Qatar's main operating base hub at Hamad International Airport in Doha, Qatar. Qatar Airways has ordered a total of 42 Airbus A350-1000XWBs extra wide-body aircraft to add to their fleet, and at the time of this video review posting, only 6 are currently operating in service, while the remaining 36 are on back order and are awaiting delivery, as this aircraft is destined to become one of the airline's official flagship jetliners for the Qatari state-owned base carrier, as Qatar Airways expects all 42 of their Airbus A350-1000XWBs to be fully operating in their fleet by the end of 2025. Alright, let's take a look at this livery you see on this aircraft. This is the current livery scheme of Qatar Airways, which was unveiled on March 8, 2006 at the International Tourism Bourse Berlin Travel Convention in Berlin, Germany, and the first aircraft in the Qatar's fleet that actually began sporting this livery scheme was an Airbus A340-600, which bears the registration ship number A7-AGA, as this livery scheme is definitely a strong reflection of an airline that's confident and progressing at the same time. And even though this livery scheme has been the airline signature trademark livery look ever since it was unveiled in 2006, it has definitely become one of the most recognized livery schemes in the airline industry today. So, with all that information out of the way about how this game-changing aircraft came a part of their fleet, as well as the livery scheme you see displayed here on this aircraft, with no further ado, everyone, let's get down to the nitty-gritty and allow me to show you all the details on this aircraft. Now, sure, let's check it out. Alright, now we're going to start at the front of the aircraft here on the port side, where you see the front nose gears, the nose gear struts, the nose gear doors featuring the partial registration ship number on the nose gear door NA. You see the Peter tubes and the static ports, the nose cone, the cockpit windows, as well as the windshield wipers. I'm going to give you a better visual view of those later on in the review, as well as the Peter tubes right below the nose, right above the nose cone, as well as below the cockpit windows. Okay, but now right here by the right of the L1 boarding door right there, I'm gonna bring it up a little closer. Okay, now you see that little One World logo that sits above the Wi-Fi decal right there by the L1 boarding door. Qatar Airways actually became a member of the One World Alliance on October 30th, 2013, which consists of 15 airline members from 6 inhabited continents, and this alliance includes American Airlines, British Airways, Cathay Pacific, and Qantas as the 4 founding members, becoming the first Gulf carrier to sign on with one of the 3 alliances. And then right below the One World logo is the Wi-Fi decal that sits right there by the nice little cube billboard. And this actual decal indicates that Wi-Fi service is available and on board this aircraft. Alright, now you see the Qatar billboard title that sits there. And then you see the Arabic inscripted writing right here. And the Arabic inscripted writing that's displayed near the Qatar title you see there literally means Al Qatariya in Arabic. Now you're looking at the center of the aircraft and the lower part of the fuselage, and where you see the triple landing bogey gears here on the port side of the aircraft, featuring the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. And more importantly, see these nice little engines here featuring the engine codes right there in full detail. These are the massive Rolls-Royce Trent XWB 97 type engines that are used on this particular Qatar Airways Airbus A350-1000XWB extra wide body aircraft. Alright, now I'm going to turn this aircraft model around and let you see the front of the engines and the turbo fan blades do spin. Let's check it out. Now you're looking at the front of the engines here on the port side of the aircraft, featuring the engine strikes right there, and the turbo fan blades do spin. Let's check it out. And then you see the inboard landing lights right there, the edge of the wing, as well as a front visual view of the landing triple bogey gears here on the port side of the aircraft, featuring the landing gear struts as well as landing gear doors. Now you're looking at the front of the engines here on the starboard side of the aircraft, and the engine strike right there, and the turbo fan blade spin over here as well. There. Then you look at the inboard landing lights right there on the edge of the wing on this side of the aircraft, as well as a front visual view of the landing triple bogey gears here on the starboard side, featuring the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. Now you're looking at the front of the aircraft, where you got an entire front view of the aircraft here, where you see a better visual view of the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers. You see the Peter tubes that sits between the cockpit windows and the nose cone right here. Then you see the nose cone, the nose gear doors, and unfortunately there's no nose gear lights on this particular aircraft model. And you see the nose gear struts as well as the front nose gears. Alright, we still at the on the port side of this aircraft, and what you see there is the Qatar logo that sits on the engine cowling. And this is the logo for Qatar Airways, which resembles that of an oryx, which is considered the national animal of the state of Qatar, as this logo can also be seen inside of the blended winglet there, as well as on the tail fin of the aircraft. There it is. Alright. Now you're looking at the winglet wingtip device on this aircraft here. And these wingtip devices are actually called blended winglets. And these blended winglets were made from composite materials. And the purpose of these blended winglets is to improve the overall efficiency of the aircraft, resulting in saving fuel, noise emissions, and improving takeoff performance. These blended winglets also has a 31.9 degree sweep angle, helping to increase the cruise speed to Mach 0.85 to a maximum operating speed to a Mach 0.89. The blended winglets for the Airbus A350 were produced at the Airbus Broughton factory, known as a specialist facility, that's located in Horwatton, Flintshire, Wales, which lies near the border of England and Wales. Now you see the red navigation light right there next to that blended winglet. Now I'm going to let you see the front of the blended winglet here as it's displayed at a 31.9 degree sweep angle. Check it out. Now you're looking at the front. You got a front visual view of the blended winglet, how it's swept off in a 31.9 degree sweep angle. How it's pretty impressive there. Alright, we're here at the back of the aircraft here on the port side, where you see right there as the AFT bulk bin door, and then above the windows right there and by the L4 rear door right there, that is the Qatar flag decal. And this particular flag decal represents the country where Qatar Airways currently operates from as the national flag carrier airline for the state of Qatar. And then right below the windows there, you see the registration ship number A7-ANA. Alright, registration ship number A7-ANA. This aircraft is the very first of 42 Airbus A350-1000XWBs that actually entered the Qatar Airways fleet. And the first test flight on this aircraft took place on December 7, 2017 and was delivered to Qatar Airways on December 16, 2018. But this aircraft, however, wasn't officially handed over to Qatar Airways until February 20, 2018. Now you're looking at the back of the aircraft and you see the tail fin of the aircraft with the airline's corporate logos that I mentioned earlier. Alright. Now you're looking at the back of the aircraft here, and what you see is the APU exhaust hole, which stands for Auxiliary Power Unit. And there's a hole right there. Right there. And right underneath the APU exhaust hole, you see the little dual dots right there. Those are called the strobe lights. Now you're looking at the Qatar Airways Airbus A350-1000XWB extra wide body aircraft from the rear view angle. Now you're looking at the front of the aircraft here on the starboard side, where you see the front nose gears right here, landing gear struts, the nose gear door featuring the partial registration ship number on the nose gear door NA, as well as the pitot tubes and the static ports, the nose cone. Then there's the pitot tubes right there above the nose cone. And then there's the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers, the Qatar billboard tile you see displayed there, as well as the front cargo container loading door. Alright, we're at the center of the aircraft where you see the Arabic inscripted writing right here, which stands for Al Qataria. And then you see the inboard landing lights right there, as well as the massive Rolls-Royce Trent XWB 97 type engines there, featuring the engine cones. And then there's the airline's corporate logo displayed there. And you got a better visual view of the landing bogey gears here on this side of the aircraft. Features the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. Now you're looking at the blended winglet here on the starboard side of the aircraft, featuring the green navigation light that sits next to this blended winglet. Now you're looking at the rear of the aircraft here on the starboard side, where you see the rear cargo container loading door here, the registration ship number, the Qatari flag decal, as well as the airline's logo displayed on the tail fin of this aircraft on this side as well. Check it out. There it is. Awesome. Alright, before I show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model, as well as the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model in full detail, allow me to let you check out one feature, which is the rolling gears. It's kind of rough here. Yeah, they don't roll too good. A couple of them's kind of stuck there. But at least the gears tilt, as well as the nose gear here is there as well. They both swivel. It swivels, which is pretty impressive enough. So with that said, allow me to show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model. Alright, let's check it out. Alright, we're going to start the front of this aircraft. As you see, this model being displayed from the aerial bird's eye view, where you see the nose cone, the pitot tube that sits above the nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit window, the pilot escape hatch door. You see the billboard Qatar titles right there, the One World logo, and then you see the anti-collision beacon light right there, and then there's the Wi-Fi box antenna right there, another high frequency antenna. You see the Arabic inscripted right on both sides, which stands for Al Qataria. And then you come over another antenna there, and then that's the satellite communications antenna right there, as well as the Qatari flag decal on both sides, another antenna, and there's the vertical stabilizer right there, known as the tail. And then you see the horizontal stabilizer right here with the little black dot on this side, as well as over here. Now that black dot there is called the luminaire light, and the purpose of that luminaire light is to light up this tail here when it flies during nighttime. Now let's check out the wings. No wing walkway, but you got the nice little Rolls-Royce Trent XWB-97 engines you see in view from the bird's eye view, as well as the flap, slats, aileron spoilers. There's the warning information right there. Then you slide up this way. That is the fuel dump valve, as well as the blended winglet featuring the airline's corporate logo displayed on this blended winglet. Now let's check out this side here. No wing walkway on this side either, but you have the Rolls-Royce Trent XW97 engines, as well as the flaps, slats, aileron spoilers, what have you. There's the warning information right there. The fuel dump valve, as well as the blended wingtip on this side of the aircraft, featuring the airline's logo displayed on this blended winglet here as well. Now you're looking at the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model. We're going to start at the front here, the nose cone, the closed nose gear door, as well as the open nose gear door, as well as the front nose gear. And then you slide up this way. See another antenna there. See the Qatar title right there under the belly displayed there, as well as the anti-collision beacon light right there that sits next to the A, the hole where the stand goes in at. Another antenna there, as well as the APU housing door sits right there, as well as the horizontal stabilizer that sits underneath. Now let's check out the gears. Tilt, perfect. See the engines right there. That's the engine valve right there, as well as the flap, slats, aileron spoilers, what have you. There's the registration ship number, as well as the fuel dump valve, as well as the blended winglet that's on this side of the aircraft. Now let's check out this side here. The gears over here tilt as well. Perfect. Then you see the engines over here, the engine valve right there, as well as the flaps, slats, aileron spoilers, what have you. There's the fuel dump valve, as well as the blended winglet that's displayed on this side of the aircraft as well. Alright, since I've showed you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model, as well as the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model in full detail, now I'm going to put it on that nice little metal model stand that actually came with the model that I showed you earlier. You see displayed over there. With no further ado, here is the model on the stand. Check it out. Alright, fine, got this model on the stand with no problem, no hesitation. As you see it being displayed in the takeoff landing position, with the model on the stand being viewed from the port side. Now you're looking at this aircraft model being displayed in the takeoff landing position, with the model on the stand being viewed from the front view angle. Now you're seeing this model being displayed in the takeoff landing position, with the model on the stand being viewed from the starboard side. And finally, you're seeing this model being displayed in the takeoff landing position, with the model on the stand being viewed from the tail cam angle. Alright, before I take this model off the stand, I got in this position for a reason, and the reason is the magnetic detachable gears. I'm going to start with the front nose gears here first. They magnetic, as you see there. The bogey gears here on the port side, as well as the bogey gears here on the starboard side. Okay, so With all the gears off this model, I'm going to let you see this model being viewed at a different angle without the gears. Check it out. Alright, now you find seeing this model being displayed without the gears. I see it being displayed on the model being viewed in in-flight mode position. Now you got one or two options how you want to display your model. If you want to display your model like this in flight mode position without the gears, that's fine. Remember this little plastic bag I showed you earlier with the gear replacement doors here? That's the purpose of these gear replacement doors, is to substitute your gears while you display your model like this in flight mode position. Or you can keep it in the gear down position, which means you keep the gears on there. Your choice, gears up, gear down, but I choose to keep mine on there for the fact it adds more value to the model. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and put these gears back on this model and take this model stand and go ahead and wrap up this model review, alright? Alright, let's talk about the seating configuration. The Qatar Airways Airbus A350-1000XWB extra wide-body aircraft seats 327 passengers in a two-class configured cabin layout. Here's the breakdown, everyone, from rows 1 to 12, which will be from here to about right here. You have 46Q business class suites, and rows 16 to 48, which will be from here all the way back to the rear of the aircraft. You have an additional 281 economy class seats, which brings a total of 327 seats. And finally, in addition to London Heathrow becoming the very first inaugurated international destination where Qatar Airways first utilized this aircraft, the Qatar-based carrier also utilizes this aircraft currently on routes from its main base at Hamad International Airport in Doha, Qatar, to worldwide destinations such as Frankfurt, Germany, Kuwait City, Kuwait, New York JFK, Singapore, Tokyo Haneda, Dallas Fort Worth, Houston Bush Intercontinental, and Paris Charles de Gaulle. Alright everyone, this will conclude this model review. I'd like to know if you got this model or you plan on getting this model if you can find it. Because your only outside chance of getting this model now is on eBay. So with that said, take care, God bless, stay tuned. There's more model content coming. Peace.